Well, I'm thrilled today to be joined by TV personality, country singer and food writer Megan McKenna. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I'd love to know what you had for dinner last night.
I actually had like a homemade Nando's dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had like homemade wedges of all the seasoning and a bit of coleslaw. I love pickles. I don't just like to have one thing.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. I need to have like 5 things on like a massive plate.
Like a picky tea.
Yeah, just a bit of everything.
Yeah,
on
nice.
The fork, yeah.
Like a meze.
Yeah, a meze. Yeah, that's a nice way of putting it.
Now, your new book's out, Love Gluten Free.
Yeah.
So you are celiac.
Yes.
Were you diagnosed in 2016?
Is that when I was 10 years old?
That...
Because if that... No, that way before that.
That's when you came out publicly saying you were celiac.
Yes. So I actually have a wheat allergy, which I've been dealing with my whole life, that's completely separate to having celiac disease. When I was younger, I was 10 when I was going through all the testing. At the end of the testing, I'd say, it was hard.
Yeah.
So I was at school.
Of course.
I couldn't eat normal food like everybody else, and it wasn't really known back then to like have dietary problems.
And school canteens are not really well known for their kind of like versatility in cooking.
No. I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but back in the day, if it was like, oh, I can't eat that, it was like unheard of. People were like, what, you can't eat the noodle bar? Like, you know, you used to get like the pasta things and stuff and couldn't have anything. No.
So how did that all come about? Like, how did you sort of find out you had the wheat allergy and then that you were celiac?
I was just a really ill child.
Okay.
Really ill, really skinny. I always looked like there was something wrong with me.
Yeah.
And I was always coming down with everything. And yeah, my whole body kind of just shut down, really. I had to have a lot of time off of school. So they started like testing me and putting me through hospital and stuff to see like what was actually wrong with me. They thought I had Crohn's disease for quite a while they were doing the testing. And then it turned out I was celiac and I had a very nasty allergy to wheat, which is in everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally, it's in so many things you don't even think of, like sweets, bath stuff, a lot of sauces.
I suppose anything where there's flour.
Yeah.
But then also you could just swap it now. So you can have gluten-free flour or not because that's wheat.
Yeah, so I can have gluten-free flour, but you have to be very careful with some gluten-free things because they're not actually wheat-free friendly. Yeah, basically I just need to triple check everything.
Gosh. So how do you kind of manage that day to day now?
I just cook a lot at home. I think that's where like my love from cooking's come from. Like my mum had to learn from when I was like really young how to like make me things because the gluten-free things back in the day were awful.
Yes.
Like I used to have to go to the pharmacy, they'd give me a little box.
Yeah.
I think it was like once a week, and because it's really expensive as well, gluten-free food. And it literally used to be like cardboard, awful, like the worst thing you could ever get in this box. So my mum was like, I need to learn how to cook gluten-free, and that's just how I kind of get on with my day now. I just do it myself.
So did you learn a lot of that from your mum as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's a good cook.
She's a good cook, yeah.
So I remember I used to teach and I had a boy, he was a celiac. And he'd come with his prescription flour.
Yeah.
It's mad. But I think now you can get it like readily in the supermarkets.
Yeah, you can buy it in the shops, but I think because it's so expensive, if you are like diagnosed and you're through a hospital, they actually prescribe you get a prescription for your food.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Because it is so expensive.
Yeah, my food shopping bill is mental.
Gosh.
No, it's so expensive.
Because it's all gluten free.
Yeah.
And now you're in Germany, is there a difference in
it's even more
product?
expensive.
God.
It's even more, honestly, I swear, even Ollie, if he comes with me to the supermarket, he doesn't like supermarket shopping, but when he does come with me, he's shocked. He's like, why is that £5 for like one bar?
That's mad.
Like, I know.
And then that's because you're using like buying gluten-free bread and gluten-free like products.
Yeah.
But even the basics are expensive, like the
flour. It's a bit
and...
more expensive in Germany, I would say. I don't know why, but it is.
I feel like they're not. I was thinking about this before, because yes, as I was saying before we came on air, my family in Germany, and I think they're not quite. I feel like they're not quite there yet. Like in the UK, they're very sensitive to people's allergies and things.
Yeah, and I also think when you obviously a lot of gluten-free things, I think there's like one brand that is like German for gluten-free, but I think a lot of it, because it's English brands, they just bump the price up.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
The nice taxes.
Yeah.
So you were saying about you're saying you live in Germany with your husband, and you've also just had a baby. Congratulations.
Yes.
Or not just, actually.
Husband-to-be.
Husband-to-be, sorry. Husband-to-be. Do you then have to cook different meals, or do you all eat gluten-free?
I actually cook everything gluten-free.
Yeah.
But, look, Ollie's not completely gluten-free. Obviously, he's not. And he eats normal food as well. But every night at dinner, it's completely 100% gluten-free.
Yeah.
And I make it so good that he doesn't even know the difference.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the premise of your new book is,
Yes.
isn't it? It's about like family meals that you share.
Yeah. I just want to make people feel like included.
Yeah.
For me, even now, it happens now. If I go out, I get invited to somewhere, and they just can't cater for you properly. And I think it's because people, firstly, are scared.
Yeah.
And secondly, they have no idea how to cook gluten-free, and they think gluten-free food is disgusting, but it's not.
Yeah. No, not at all.
If you know how to cook it.
Yeah, well, I think it's those things, isn't it, where it's like make a naturally gluten-free dish.
Yes.
A bit like with vegetarianism and especially veganism, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of using like alternatives, just make it natural.
Yeah.
And that's what you're kind of trying to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of meals in there that are like naturally gluten-free, but a lot of places, the natural foods that don't have to have gluten in, for some reason, restaurants decide to just shove it in. I don't know why, and it's so annoying because I'm like, I can make that at home. That doesn't need to have that in it.
Yeah, or they're trying to make it gluten-free, but or they're trying to make a dish that naturally contains gluten, rather than going, well, why don't we just create a dish that doesn't naturally have any gluten?
I don't understand it, and I don't know. I feel like people really need to up their game.
And so for you, when you're like developing recipes, are you trying to find sort of new dishes that are replacements for like dishes that contain gluten naturally, or wheat as well?
Yeah.
Or are you very much like, this is what I cook every day?
Well, to be honest, it just naturally comes to me, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like you don't need to put flour in things.
Yeah.
You don't need to put, say, for example, I'm making a shepherd's pie and I put Worcester sauce in it. I would use a gluten-free Worcester sauce. But like, I don't get why people can't just do that everywhere.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
because
true.
it's a little bit more expensive.
I really don't understand this about foods. It's like a bit like I stopped drinking, and if I buy a non-alcoholic version of something, sometimes it's more expensive. But I'm like, it's made the same way, really.
Yeah.
And the same with like that. They're just not, especially with Worcestershire sauce. They're just not putting flour or whatever in.
Yeah.
Then why does it need to be?
Because it tastes nice. Like my cottage shepherd's pie, whatever one, like it tastes lovely. So I don't really understand why they can't do that in all restaurants. But yeah, we're getting there. Hopefully the chefs need to up their game. That's all I'm saying.
And then going back to like with your diagnosis and things.
Yeah.
What if there's anyone out there that sort of thinks they might have a wheat allergy, or they might be celiac? Are there any kind of things you would say you need to look for?
Oh, it's hard because when I was a baby, obviously, my mum didn't even know.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really weird. It's like, as I got older, it got worse.
Yeah.
I just think, you just need to look out for like the main things. Celiac disease is completely different to having an allergy.
Yes.
Obviously, allergies is like, you can get hives, swelling, welts,
Yeah.
being really violently sick and everything with that. My lips sometimes swell and I have all sorts of reactions if I have wheat. With being celiac, it's all kind of internal.
Yeah.
So I suppose, if you do have any signs of having problems with your stomach, or just having like a really low immune system and stuff, you should definitely go and get checked, because if you leave it and you don't know you have that, it can be not good for you long term.
Yeah, I've got friends that have been diagnosed and they're like mental health problems, like super anxious, and obviously the tummy pains and everything.
Yeah, well, it can really take over your life.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger and I used to go to school, it was a big problem for me because obviously I used to have stomach problems, and when you're young and you have stomach problems, that is the worst thing. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing. And I think now I'm just so vocal about it, and I don't mind, like I'm confident, I don't mind talking about like stories and stuff, but it's different when you're at school.
Yeah, well, we were sharing stories before we're recording, weren't we? And it's kind of like you joke about it, but actually, when you're a kid, kids are not nice a lot of the time.
No, they're not nice. And actually, they can be quite mean if you're not eating the same or looking the same as them.
Absolutely. And I think we were talking about having like IBS before the show. Is that something that kind of comes hand in hand with with having celiac disease?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my IBS as well, that's just another thing to just add on to the list of things that's wrong with my stomach. Like, I have IBS as well, and I had to go through all sorts of different things back and forth to the doctors because I was thinking, what is going on? I'm not eating wheat, I'm not eating gluten, I'm not eating all the grains you can think of.
Yeah.
Why am I still ill? And yeah, I have IBS, and I love spicy food, but I can't have spicy food. So if I ever do have a spicy green Thai curry, it doesn't end well. It doesn't end well. And that, you know, once again, going back to like when you was a child or, you know, you're like going out with your friends. I mean, many times I'd been at a nightclub when I was in my early 20s, and my manager, Jade, she lived like not far off of one of the places that we used to go out. And I had to call her and do a stop by. Yeah, because alcohol...
Yeah.
Again, with my IBS and everything, it just doesn't end well for me. It's really annoying.
It must have been hard as well. Like, I think, you know, your previous life was very party heavy.
Yeah.
So you're not only kind of like being mindful that you're potentially getting drunk, you're going to be out partying and no doubt being followed by paparazzi.
Yeah.
But then you're also having to be like, right, I can't eat that. That might have that might have gluten in, that might have wheat in. Like, that must be pretty intense.
No, do you know what? Like, it used to actually, it's really funny because it's just so, it's like, okay, there's like, this is just not even a bad thing. But for me, when I was younger and I'd be going out and drinking with my friends, they'd never have the vodka I could drink on the table. And I'd be like, it contains wheat. And so many vodkas are like made with like wheat and stuff. And I used to be like, I can't have that. I just wake up in the morning, no joke. My face, if I'd had something I couldn't have, would be literally like swollen.
Gosh.
This was obviously years ago. And I don't know, I never really knew like what that was, but I just think my body is just so sensitive to so different things. But like, I'd be on the table and I'd be like, I can't have that vodka. And I'd be like, oh, that's so annoying. Like, we're going to have to get the more expensive vodka now because obviously like it's the only one I can have. And yeah, there's just like things you don't think of that has things that I can't have.
And would that be kind of difficult in a way as well? Because I guess when you're in that kind of life, you don't want people to think you're difficult.
No, I know.
In the papers, you know, you get awful stories about people, and actually it's like, no, this is a serious problem. Yeah. I'm not just being difficult.
No, people think you're being fussy even when you go out to eat, and I ask like and triple check things, or do you only have this? Do you have this thing?
And I notice certainly with my friend, there's like an anxiety there. Like, she's quite new to being celiac, but my friend Lisa, she'll sort of go to the restaurant and she'll be like, I'm celiac, and they'll be like, yeah, that's fine. And then she'll be like, but do you
understand? Yeah,
do you have a different fryer? Yeah. Do you do this? Because some places we've been to and they're like, yeah, we cater for celiacs, and then she's super ill because they use the same fryer.
It's so bad.
Because they thought the heat just killed the gluten.
They say that, and it's like, that's
it's not true. I know.
They've said that to me so many times. Do you know how frustrating it is when a waiter tries to tell me about my own problems? Yeah,
mansplaining.
Like, literally, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm sorry, I'm the one that has had this since I was 10 years old. I think I know how my body reacts to a fryer that's had wheat in it. Because there's so many things on the menu that says gluten-free.
Yeah, but they'll have wheat.
Well, no, more about the cross-contamination.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's cross-contamination.
Yeah.
So, chips.
Yeah.
So many chips are naturally wheat-free, gluten-free. And then they'll use it in the fryer and then they won't be. And then they'll go to me, oh, no, but we do use the same fryer. And I'm like, well, that's not gluten-free. Then you can't state on your menu that it's gluten-free, and it's actually not.
Because they'll have fried, like, breaded fish or something.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, in the same thing, like nuggets or anything. Yeah, you've just got to be... Basically, you just have to take it on yourself. Like, you have to be really on the ball. Which is,
I think it's hard, especially when your kind of lifestyle, I guess.
Yeah.
Slightly easier now, maybe you're kind of more settled and...
Yeah.
And that. So... Celiac disease is an allergy to gluten.
No, it's not an allergy. So celiac disease is an autoimmune problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas my allergy side, because I've got all sorts of allergies now to medication and a lot since I've been pregnant. There was all sorts going on with my body. That's when you get like hives. It's a different reaction. You don't get that. Celiac disease is like more internal. It's like it basically attacks your like
your gut.
Your gut.
Yeah.
It can leave you feeling ill for like weeks. if you have gluten.
And that's to do with the gluten is so that
And all the grains.
and all the grains.
Yeah, it is. It's a list.
Yeah, because I know some people they're celiac, but they can eat oats, for example, and then other people stay away from oats completely.
See, oats don't agree with me. I have to have like gluten-free oats. Like there's so many different grains, barley, all of them little things that you don't think of.
Gosh.
Can make me really not well.
It's amazing. I think people don't. When you've got like a peanut allergy, for example, you're just like, well, I just don't eat peanuts.
I know.
But with this, it's really feels really involved.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry, but I think in the past when people were just like, oh, I know I'm gluten free because they just didn't want to have carbs.
Yeah, I know.
And they were like, oh, because they're worried about bloating.
Yeah.
But actually, then there's these people that have got, like yourself, that have got an actual disease.
Yeah.
And you need to take it seriously. But these like kind of
yeah,
other
it's
people
annoying.
That's
also a thing that. Because I think a lot of times people think it's a trend.
Yes.
Especially when you go to LA. Like I've been to America so many times and it is quite trendy to be like gluten free.
Yeah.
But then they would sit there and probably have a fryer that has had gluten in it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So I want to talk more about your book. So
Okay.
Love Gluten Free. Can you tell us just like a little bit more about the recipes and like maybe your favourite recipes and things?
Yeah. So like one thing that I've always said is that when I go out, I never really get offered hearty, nice meals. It's always like, oh, do you want a salad? Or there might be like a gluten-free pasta alternative.
Yeah.
But I could never go somewhere and if, say, I go out for a roast dinner and they'd never offer me a gluten-free Yorkshire pudding. Like, it's really sad. And I think like it's so easy to make.
Yeah.
Like, what are these people doing? And how are these chefs even getting in these expensive restaurants? Sorry, I don't want. It just really frustrates me when I go out. I think, why can't you make me that? Especially when I call up before.
Yeah, well, they ask if you've got allergies, don't they?
So
quite
like,
often
I
now.
always call before now, especially if I'm going for a roast.
Yeah.
I go, hello, I'm gluten free. Can you make sure you make me a gluten free Yorkshire? Because obviously I'm coming all this way. I want a Yorkshire pudding with my thing. I went somewhere recently and they couldn't make me a gluten free Yorkshire, and I thought it's literally flour, egg, and water.
Yeah.
But
you use gluten-free flour.
Gluten-free flour. Yeah. Again, I think it's just knowledge and people get nervous.
I think you're right. I think people are certainly in the culture today worried about kind of being sued and like you see these
I know.
terrible stories.
No, of course. And this is why I'm working with the Natasha Allergy Research Foundation because the stories that I hear daily about cross-contamination problems or miscommunication and people have ended up dying over it. This is where this needs to be spoken about. Absolutely. And I just feel so strongly about this, where people think we're being fussy, we're making a fuss of triple checking things. No, this is because especially children are dying when they're going out. But what was the original question you just asked me about the food with what's in my book? Yeah,
I was asking you about the recipes from your book. Yeah,
my favourite recipes are like pies, really like things you can get stuck into, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like comfort food.
Like hearty
comfort food. And I mean, there is actually quite a lot of like really yummy pasta dishes as well, with like creamy, thick sauces, not just. Sometimes I go out, they go, oh, I can make you an arrabbiata. And I'm like, oh, I really want something with a bit of like substance to it. Like, give me something in it.
Fill you up.
Yeah, I like breaded chicken or like goujons with all different dips and sides, really nice sides. There's this side dish in there, like my creamed corn with like jalapenos and Parmesan cheese. And this is the type of food I want to be eating.
But jalapenos not good for your IBS.
No, they're not. But you can get really spicy ones and you can get ones that aren't that spicy.
Yeah, or you just take it and you just,
You could just take one for the team, just have to just, But, don't ever eat that if you're going out after.
Unless you're driving past Jade's house.
Unless you're driving past Jade's house, yeah. There's just loads of food like that in there. I love like British, just brasserie, unreal food.
Like pub food almost.
Yeah, but a little bit more posher.
Nice.
Posh pub food.
Do you think, like, going back to you saying, we can give you a salad, do you think that's also part of the kind of what people stereotype?
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, oh, she's off the telly, she won't want comfort food. She'll want a salad. Because you see it on like Selling Sunset or whatever.
Yeah,
they just order the salad.
Yeah, Kardashians.
Yeah,
salad
exactly.
Bowls.
Yeah. So it's nice that you kind of push against that stereotype actually, and you're really into food.
I love a salad, but it needs to be with something else.
Yeah.
And like, I do suppose people probably think, oh, I'm slim framed, like I eat salads and stuff, but you can eat nice meals. Like, I put my dinners on my Instagram every single
absolutely,
night. And people are like, I don't believe you that you eat that. I'm like, trust me, I eat it.
But it's in moderation as well, isn't it? It's like if you're having a huge portion of something, then that's the same for any of us.
Yeah.
But if you're having a proper portion, but it's good comfort food, then that's fine.
I think there's nothing wrong, especially if you're making it from scratch. Like, it's different if you're eating a whole massive plate of chicken nuggets and chips.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like, it's really unhealthy. But, you know, if I'm making something and I put my time and effort into it, I want to make a nice big portion. And I don't like scoff my face all day. You know, I'll have like normal meals through the day and then like a big dinner at night.
Yeah.
And I think I've always been like brought up to have a good dinner at night.
Nice.
I love it.
And is that very much like round the table, all sitting down, like talking and?
Yeah, like my family. I mean, I always laugh. I think we need to be on Gogglebox because we are we've all got these opinions. We're all at the table. We're all having a laugh. And we all eat good food, and we always eat all our food. We love it.
Nice.
And with me and Ollie, obviously we've got Landon. He's just in the beginning stages of weaning.
Oh.
So as soon as he is eating his, you know, I start doing the baby led when I give him the food to eat himself. I want to make sure that Landon's eating the same time we're eating.
Yeah.
Because I want him to just be getting used to, this is dinner time, we sit at the table. This is time to eat, and I want him to be a foodie. And I know he's going to be a foodie already because that's the way he's reacting to me giving him his purees at the moment. It's funny.
So you've just started on the solid food, or kind of like is it still solid food if it's pureed?
It's solid foods, but kind of I don't know. It's pureed.
And how do you go? Are you very much like different vegetables, kind of blitzing them up, or do you just blend your dinner?
No, I do so at first, because obviously you have to check, like, are they okay with certain things? So I'm kind of doing a little diary at the moment. So he's tried majority of all the vegetables at the moment, some fruits. Tomorrow I'm actually going to put a tiny weeny bit of peanut butter in his maybe banana. Just because it's good to get the allergens introduced.
Yes, because people used to say you shouldn't give it to them at all, right? Whereas that's changed now.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You're actually potentially going to cause them to have an intolerance or an allergy if you keep allergies away from them.
Right, so you'll still introduce gluten into his diet and wheat and...
Yeah, obviously, like, I don't know how I'm going to do that one though at the moment because it's like bread, but I think I'm going to start with the nuts, dairy... because I think he's not had any of that really because he's had breast milk his whole life. What was the other allergen? Egg. So I'm going to do them this week. Yeah. And then obviously he's going to be getting to the point then when I can start giving him some more bigger things, you know, not just pureed things.
Bit
of cake, yeah. But I hope he hasn't got an allergy, and I hope he hasn't got, because celiac disease is actually hereditary. It actually can be. I didn't know that. Yeah, and I always say I wonder where it's come from because I reckon it's from my dad's side, but I don't know because I feel like my dad sometimes gets stomach problems, and I feel like my mum's side don't. So I'm not sure, but I'll have to just introduce it to him very slowly. Yeah. And see.
You're very organised though. I'm liking this. It's like it really.
I have to be. Yeah. Because I think I've always had this worry because I know how I can react with things. Sure. I just want to make sure that he's okay. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to introduce things very slowly, and hopefully he's fine. I was saying earlier, I don't really like babies, but he's very cute. He's cute, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really cute. If you might hear some little shakes or a little fart, that is him.
Yeah, he loves a little fart. Yeah, he does. He's just too cute. I love him so much.
Now, I wanted to talk as well about how, like, basically you came from, I suppose, reality television to where you are now. Yeah. How did that whole... Because it's been... I suppose actually it's probably been like over 10 years now.
Yeah, it has.
But how did you go from stage one to like where you are now?
Yeah. Well, I went to theatre school. So I trained in like full-blown musical theatre. Wow. I had training in like my acting and my singing, and believe it or not, I actually did ballet.
Did you?
Not even know what to do now, but yeah, I've done all sorts of things. I was in adverts, I've done loads of extra work, and my dream always was to be on stage. And then I'd say like I got into a girl band on The Only Way's Essex. I was in Jess Wright's girl band, and I'd done other things. I was in another girl band. I did Britain's Got Talent. I'd auditioned for all of them sorts of shows growing up, and then I kind of like got into working in a bar in Essex, and then I went abroad, and I did a summer abroad. I
cool.
worked in Marbella.
Yeah.
I was like one of the girls that, you know,
Love that.
gets you in the clubs and all that on the strip. And I loved
The
it.
power.
Like, yeah, I loved it. All the attention, you know, like. And it was then I got a message from a production company that said, do you want to come on a reality show? And I'd never done kind of that sort of reality before. And I thought, do you know what? Like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Sod it. Like, it's hard breaking into the industry when you are just a normal girl with no contacts, no money. I was working on the strip. I was literally like, had my little pay packet every week, and that would get me through my life.
Amazing.
It's a couple of £100. And I used to think, how am I going to get myself known?
Yeah, it's
So
true. Yeah.
I went on this show, and they flew me to Mexico. And I'd just come out of a relationship, so I was like, this is perfect for me. And I kind of went on there thinking that it was going to be like me meeting people and it's going to be like really nice.
You'd be like Dolly Parton and...
I just thought, you know what, this is going to be so good for me, like new start, fresh start. And I went on there and it was basically just bringing up all your past. And I was like, oh, you know, was I really mentally ready for this? Probably not. I was only 22.
And I think back then there wasn't the care, was there, in these shows?
No care whatsoever. Like, I was their dream booking. You know, I wore my heart on my sleeve and I reacted in very crazy ways. And there was a lot of alcohol. Like, whereas now I feel like reality TV, you're not allowed to drink. Like, maybe like they get capped at like 2 drinks. Whereas me, I was waking up in the morning. If we wanted to help ourselves to the bar, we had a bar, I remember.
Wow.
We could have whatever we wanted.
From at any time?
Any time in the morning.
Because they kind of, I suppose, wanted that. They wanted the drama.
They want the drama.
Yeah.
And I definitely brought the drama. And yeah, just in the evenings we was just like really drunk, all of us. And yeah, it got a bit out of hand. But like, I was 22.
I think
you know?
Most people at 22
What
or
happens?
at some point will have that phase.
Yeah. I was so young and I was like living I know you're not really a teen anymore, but I felt like my teens.
Yeah.
And I was just going mad and I was just loving life. And then off of that, you know, it just kind of spiraled. I got another show. And I was getting booked, you know, because I was this like vocal, very strong-willed girl that doesn't take any crap. And then that's when I got on Big Brother, I think. Big Brother, then Towie.
Yeah.
And then I did like my own show in Nashville. And then I was getting on all these different shows. I think I've done nearly every show you can think of, like in the reality world, like all the cooking shows.
Because you won
I won MasterChef. And then I did I won the Christmas MasterChef.
And then you were a finalist as well.
Finalist of the other MasterChef.
Amazing.
And then I won the X Factor, and then I mean the list is endless, and like I love it.
Yeah.
I love filming, like it's so much fun.
And what is it? Do you think about it? Is it just the kind of process?
Yeah, I think I like the buzz, the excitement of it. I don't know what it is. I've always loved being on camera, I suppose, from young. I always said when I was young I want to be famous. Like I love it.
Yeah.
I love being, and I'm not embarrassed to say that.
Yeah.
Like I've worked hard for where I am. Do you know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
I went to theatre school. I've always wanted to be known for my singing. I've always wanted to be known for my writing, my singing, performing on stage, talking to people, meeting fans, like interacting with the crowds. I get a thrill off of that.
Yeah.
And I suppose that is being famous. You are splashed around everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I love that. I love being on my TikTok. Thousands of comments coming through every day. Like I love reading them and interacting with people, and I don't know, it's just something that I've just live and breathe, and I love it.
It's kind of quite nice that you're honest about it though.
Yeah,
I think, because some people they're like, oh no, it just sort of happened.
Yeah, look, anyone that's going to be on TV, like you've got to be prepared. Like you're pushed out to everybody. Like you're known. Do you know what I mean? So people must like being known. Sure. No, I think it's fun.
I think as well what you're saying about your background is that like it was in the paper the other day saying about how it's incredibly difficult for people to get on telly or have a creative role when you're not privately educated or you're not, you know, you don't have lots of contacts. It's really challenging.
Yeah, I think like because a lot of people, I'm trying to think how to put this, because like obviously I was just a normal girl. Do you know what I mean? Like my family are just like they're just like normal normal jobs, you know. And I think it was just so hard to break into that. Like, my mum would literally queue up with me for these auditions for hours on end. We'd sit in a tent at 4 a.m, wanting to audition for these TV shows or musicals, just the normal way, without having like links behind the scenes. And I just felt like at the time, like, this is probably my only opportunity I'm going to get on national television, is to kind of do these reality shows. And I did it.
Which is kind of, in a way, sad in that, that luckily you enjoyed it. But people that don't, it's like you've got to put all of yourself out there to have the same opportunity that somebody else can do just at the click of a finger.
I know.
Or if the phone call that daddy makes to somebody else.
I know. And I'm not saying there's like nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, some people have amazing talent anyway, and then they get on it. But I think for me, because like a lot of people that go on like reality shows kind of, they just want to be famous. Yeah. Whereas for me, yes, I love the fame side of it. Of course, I wouldn't be doing this, would I? But I actually have a talent that I want.
Because you've got that goal of...
I just want to share it.
But actually, you've achieved it because you've sung at Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And also Country to Country.
Yes.
Because I'm a huge country music fan.
Oh, I love it.
And I was listening to your music.
Was you?
And I was like, this is good.
Love it.
Yeah. Genuinely, I was like, I really like this.
Thank you so much.
And I... because you've been to Nashville, which I'm very jealous about.
Loads, yeah.
So have you watched the TV show Nashville?
No, this is the funniest thing. I always get asked this question, but I just have never actually had the time to sit there and I think there's so many seasons, isn't there?
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
You'd love it, I think.
I love country music. I love the storytelling behind it, and I feel like it works well with my reality past. It's a lot of storytelling.
Yeah, that's very much what country music's about, isn't it?
Because I think at the beginning, it's been hard. It's hard breaking into the music industry for me because of my TV background.
Sure.
But, you know, it's like to be taken seriously and stuff. But I just think the world's changing now, and I just think you can do anything you want to do. If you really want it, you can get it.
Well, and you are actually trained. It's not like, I just fancy doing an album now, like Paris Hilton did, I think. Not that I should.
I love that song,
Paris
though.
Hilton. Oh, yeah, what was that called?
Something, Stars Are Blind.
Stars Are Blind,
Not
yeah.
That
was a good song. And I think I bought the album, to be fair, so I can't say too much. And what's next?
So what's next? Obviously my book's out.
Yeah.
I'm a mum.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this is like a really lovely era for me. I'm basically like my home life, I'm kind of like sharing a little bit more of. I've always been a bit wary of showing that side of my personal life. I think coming off of reality TV, it did trauma me a little bit.
Not surprised.
Yeah, I've definitely got PTSD from thinking there's like a camera on me 24/7, like a microphone, like... Yeah, we all make a joke of it, like, oh, you've definitely got PTSD from doing Towie. And I'm like, no, I do.
Yeah. Well, you're used to being filmed. Everything you do is...
Yeah.
There's a camera.
And you get judged by other people on the like, it's just really difficult, I think, to like, you've got to be careful what you say and stuff. And
I guess that's, in a way, it's a good thing about social media is you're controlling the narrative because you're deciding what gets put out there.
Yeah, and I think that's why I love TikTok and Instagram so much, because I can just edit it the way I want to edit it.
I have to say, when I said, McKenna's coming in, I'm interviewing her, so many people in the office were like, oh my God, I love her Instagram.
Oh, that's so nice.
I love it so much.
That's so nice.
She's got a lot of fans at Good Food.
That's so nice. Love it.
We're going to move back slightly to food.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know what your favourite dish would be. So kind of like it could be something nostalgic or something that you cook all the time.
Yeah. What's my favourite food? Nostalgic.
Or something from your book.
Yeah, let me think. So, I mean, let's go nostalgic. So, I always think my apple crumble that I make is just, obviously it's all gluten-free and it's so good.
So how do you make it gluten-free?
So change the flour, obviously, and you can use gluten-free oats if you want to mix the topping up. You don't have to use the oats on top, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
That's basically all you need to do, really, to like change that out.
Yeah.
I'd say that is definitely a nostalgia thing from back in the day. All my nannies would make this apple crumble, and just the smell when it's cooking just takes me back to my family.
And are you set going ice cream, custard, or cream?
That's so hard.
Or mixed?
I don't know. I feel like it has to be a bit of custard.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
That's like traditional.
Yeah. Cold custard or hot custard? Hot. Okay.
Ollie eats cold custard. Yeah. I'm like, that is sickening.
That's what I would do.
No, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
But the crumble's hot.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, because it's like I do like cold ice cream with a brownie.
Yeah.
But I think warm is always.
You want the warm custard.
Yeah.
I love cold custard. But, fair. Everyone can have what they want. Okay, we're going to move on to culinary confessions.
Yes.
What is the one dish that you make better than anyone else?
Roast dinner. Hands down.
What's your secret?
A lot of seasoning.
Okay.
The amount of roast dinners I have are so rubbish.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been one roast dinner I've had out that's good.
See, I think most people say this, and
Really?
There's always something that's a letdown.
Yeah.
And for me, it's usually the roast potatoes.
Same.
They're
Do you know
soft.
what? I know what it is. They cook them the night before because
Yeah.
it's just too much.
And they don't know how many they're going to have.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's the problem with the roast potatoes out. I've noticed that.
But I think just deep fry them at the end or something.
I know what you
Just
mean.
crisp
Give it
them
just
up.
an extra and
Yeah.
season them. What is it
Yeah.
with these places? They don't season their food, I swear.
And if you do deep fry it, have a separate gluten-free deep fryer, please.
Yes, please.
What is your biggest cooking disaster?
So when I was on MasterChef, it was dessert week, and I had to make what are they called with the middles?
Is it the chocolate fondant?
Yes. Oh my God. Why I chose to do a chocolate fondant, I do not know.
I feel like they do that on purpose.
But I chose it.
Oh, you chose it.
I chose it. Like, why am I doing that to myself? Like, I should have just I should have just said a brownie or something. But no, I chose a chocolate fondant, and people probably don't believe it because they think, oh, it's just like Celebrity MasterChef.
Yeah.
Do they just go on there and just have a laugh? No, I like really take it seriously. I'm like, I want to win this. I'm in this competition, and like I want to show people that gluten-free food is really lovely.
Yeah.
Well, I was up until it must have been like midnight that night. I was actually crying in my kitchen.
Oh no.
It was just, I was ringing people. How do you do? Why is it collapsing every time I bring it out of the oven? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? And then I mastered one.
Yeah.
And then I got in the next day and we'd done it, and they sunk right in the middle. And actually they said to me it wasn't even cooked through in the middle. And I was like, well, you can kind of say that, but I would say that's it being gooey in the middle.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'll say it's actually all right, but okay, whatever. But they were like, no, it's not right. But they said it tasted nice.
Okay, well, that's half the battle, isn't it?
That's been my disaster.
Have you ever served something ready-made and pretended you made it yourself?
Never really.
No, you're too honest.
Yeah,
You are honest,
I
aren't you?
am
Yeah.
honest, and I just think like ready-made food is such a like. If you can't cook, cool. Like if you want to do that, but I can cook. That's
Yeah.
embarrassing if I like start doing ready-made food for guests.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Have you got a food guilty pleasure?
I don't know if this is a food guilty pleasure, but I like to eat my dinner for breakfast sometimes. Yeah.
So is that leftover dinner, or you would cook a dinner for breakfast?
A bit of both,
Bit of both.
depending on the time. A bit hard now I've got London.
Sure.
So if I have leftovers, I would love to eat a shepherd's pie for my breakfast.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when I make a roast dinner, I make extra portions.
Nice.
And then I heat it up in the morning,
I
yeah.
think there is something really satisfying about
It's
that.
just
isn't
so,
there?
and it's always better the next day.
Yeah.
Like bolognese the next day.
Yeah, and
Bolognese on
curries and-
toast.
Do you know, like yesterday I
good.
made a bolognese or ragu cheese toasty.
Ooh,
So
that's unreal.
Yeah, it was so good.
yeah.
And gluten-free if you use
Was
gluten-free
it?
bread.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I love ragu. Like,
Yeah.
I make a really nice short rib ragu.
Oh,
That's in the book.
That's fancy.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually, because I made that on my TikTok once,
Yeah.
like step by step to show people the amount of people that have recopied my video and done it, and it's so nice. Like they're like
There
doing
is-
it to
Yeah.
cook it for their partners.
That's
I'm
really
like, that's
nice.
so good.
That does bring a lot of joy. Like when we have it here, if someone posts that they've made
Yeah.
a good food recipe, I'm like, oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah.
kind of feel like you've
It's
kind of
nice.
helped.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, giving them some inspiration.
Yeah.
Where did you get the name Landon from?
So this is actually really funny because me and Ollie just like the same things.
Yeah.
That's obviously why we're getting married, let's be real. We were sitting on the plane coming back from Dubai, and we was writing all our names down. And we love Travis Barker, Courtney and Travis Barker.
Oh,
We just think
yeah.
Travis Barker is just so cool.
The guy that's married to Kourtney Kardashian.
Yes.
Yeah, Kourtney Jenner? No, Kourtney Kardashian.
Kourtney Kardashian,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's actually got a son. He's got a son with someone else, I think.
Yeah.
And his son's like a musician. He's like a really cool musician, and his name's Landon. And I was like, do you know what? I've never heard that name before.
Yeah, it's rare.
And I kept seeing him on there. I was like, I love that name. And Ollie was like, I love that name. And I was like, that boy is so cool. I was like, yeah, let's have Landon. And then Henry is his middle name, and that is after my granddad. That's my granddad's middle name.
That's nice.
I thought Landon Henry Burke just sounds so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice. It's nice when there's like people don't have your name, isn't it? A bit different. We're going to move on to our quick fire question round.
Yeah.
What is your go-to meat-free meal?
Okay, so I make really nice butternut squash and chickpea curry.
Well, that sounds good.
Yeah, like it's very like Thai-based coconut milk and...
That's in the book.
That's actually my old book.
Your last book. I know I'd seen it somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nice. It sounds good.
It's really yummy. I don't really eat a lot of meat-free stuff. I am a meat eater. But sometimes it's nice to have a little...
Yeah, a bit of a... Kind of like we were saying earlier, meals where it's tasty because it is what it is rather than you're trying to do something without meat on purpose. It's it's just good.
Yeah.
If you could only eat one cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably just like good British brasserie, I'd say.
Nice.
Like sausage and mash and...
Comfort. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
What is the best kitchen advice you had for reducing food waste?
Just eat it all.
Like that. Have you got a favourite country music singer?
Oh, that's so hard because there's so many. But I would... oh, God, let me think. It has to be Casey Musgraves.
She's good.
I love her. I've seen her so many times
Have
live
you?
as well.
Oh.
She's so good.
I saw her once. She was supporting Adele in
I see
Hyde
her
Park.
there.
Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did you find that nobody was singing along?
No, I just think because a lot of people don't in the UK.
Yeah.
Maybe they just hadn't discovered her yet.
She's so good.
I love her.
Yeah, I do as well. If you were a flavour of ice cream, what would you be?
Lemon sorbet.
Oh.
Yeah, I love lemon sorbet.
That's bougie.
Yeah, and I'd say it's quite...
fancy.
Yeah, actually, I won't say the word tart. It's quite tart.
Sour. Quite sour. Gives
but
you that
also
ooh.
sweet.
Yeah.
And I also like...
Gives you a bit of a kick.
with a bit of a kick,
Yeah.
yeah. I like mint choc chip as well, but I like them together. And I know that's a really odd combination, but I feel like you either love it or you hate it.
Always have gluten-free cake.
Always have gluten-free cake.
That you make yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
We all can make it, actually. My
Yeah,
sister's
nice.
a very good baker. She makes amazing cakes, my sister, like really high-tiered cakes. And she does do good gluten-free cake for me.
And any of your siblings? Celia?
No.
No. Just,
Not that we know of.
they'd know, right?
They'd know.
Yeah.
Yeah, by now, surely. Yeah.
What is the best kitchen tip you've ever been given?
Always clean your surface when you're cooking.
Nice.
A clean surface. Oh my God. Like poor Ollie, he does the washing up at home. And the other night I made a red wine jus with our steak.
Yeah.
I must have used every pot and pan in the cupboard. And like after I ate, I felt so out of order. I was like, I will help. Because the deal is I cook, he cleans up. And I was like, no, I will help because this is actually a joke. Like this looks like I've thrown things everywhere, like on purpose. And he was like, I'm not going to lie, this has been the worst one yet.
Well, so we have the same rule at home.
Yeah.
And my partner hates washing up with a passion. I'm always like, and yesterday was the first time I was like, I actually do feel guilty. It's just tweaked that I actually enjoy cooking.
Yeah.
And he hates washing up.
Oh.
But I'm actually getting the fun out of this.
Yeah.
It is kind of like...
No, it's the same for me.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same.
But I kind of feel like, well, hang on, I've done the work, so...
I know. And then like they're eating it and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Right? So
And they've got to sit and watch telly whilst...
Exactly.
Yeah, so, you know,
Yeah.
get out, do the washing up. What is the worst thing you've ever eaten?
the worst thing I've ever eaten. I know. It was a fermented egg on Big Brother. Yeah, it was awful. I actually think I threw up.
Was it really like
Tastes
sulphurous and...
Awful.
Oh,
And the texture.
oh no.
Yeah, it's like
Did it put you off eggs for a bit or not?
I don't really eat eggs, that much. The odd time I have eggs.
Yeah. Apparently they can make you a bit constipated, someone told me.
Really? Oh, I never had
If you've got IBS,
problems.
it might be
I never had
helpful.
problems with constipation, to be honest. I don't even know what that word is.
Right, final question is not quick fire.
Yeah.
And it's about the term and not us as a brand, which is, what does good food mean to you?
For me, I'd say quite similar to like my book, like that warm feeling in your stomach, like that just, it speaks for you, the food, like just to be sitting there with your family and your partner and just really enjoying that dinner.
Lovely.
That is what that means to me.
That's lovely. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining me today. It's been so great to talk to you.
Thank you. This has been fun.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for listening to this Good Food podcast. If you'd like to listen to more of our podcasts, search Good Food wherever you listen to your podcasts. For more recipes and inspiration, go to goodfood.com or download our app.